You're slurping, woman.
I'm a slurper.
We're live.
So am I. When do we go?
Go for it.
Hi, I'm Leah from the Bakery, and this is Tiana from Floofy Patisserie, and we're here today to show you the Bakery Beet It cake. Tiana is actually a qualified chef, so I'm just here for comic entertainment. Tiana will be doing most of the work.
Oh, you mean all the work?
Yeah, I just watch. I'm good at that. I did it
easy
before.
peasy. Yeah.
I created the cake, not that I bake.
Yeah, and I'll just bake it. So
You bake it.
easy.
You mix it up better than I do. So off you go. You can
Alright.
show them how easy it is.
Oh, okay. So you just need 3 ingredients, which is super easy. So you got the cake mix, 3 eggs, and a cup of water, which I've already measured out. And you can do it in a bowl with a whisk, or you can be naughty like me and cheat and just use KitchenAid, because it's so pretty. How can you not? Cool. So all you do is just pour your water in first. I find this helps to not make everything go splashing everywhere.
Unlike me when I was doing it.
Oh, I can imagine.
I'm a messy cook.
Oh, I can imagine.
And there are lots of adjectives used too while I'm doing it.
It's easy for me.
That's right.
I just pour it out of the packet. I don't have to do any of the mixing because it does it for me.
That's right.
Alright, then we just pop in our cake mix.
All the
Now-
instructions are actually on the back of the pack. They're pretty follows, and there's even vegan options if that's the way you choose to go.
Cool. And then just add in the eggs. 1, 2, 3. And turn it on a low speed to start with.
Is that what I did wrong?
I think so.
I got it all over the walls.
And then you definitely.
I have these appliances and I'm still learning on how to use them.
And then kick it into a higher speed once it's brought together. Brilliant. You guys can't see it, but this is coming together really well. The longer you whip it for, the lighter the colour gets and the fluffier the cake will be. So I normally leave it for about 5 minutes just to give like a really, really fluffy texture. We've got a couple of molds today. So I've got little patty cakes, which you can do, and also we've got a cake tin. So I've just pre-lined this just to make it super easy. So out of this one cake mix, you will get a cake and with patty cakes. So
Or you can do one big cake.
big cake. So probably a 20 centimeter tin, you'll get a decent sized cake. Depends on what you want to do. Depends on how big your dog is and what its diet's like.
So again, you know, some big dogs like size. They show if you try and give them anything too big, they want you to break it up for them.
Just make sure you peel the paper off
If you have time.
before. I mean, they're probably fine, but you know, just precaution.
Or we can see, you know, out there now, pet owners are just getting more and more into making things for their dogs. That's why the Bakery, we take human concepts and make them fun and interesting for your pet. And we're getting into a lot of DIY, is the term that everybody likes to use these days. So we're making that possible with the Beet It cake. But Tiana, along with others, will make the Bakery products if you so choose. She also has a lot of recipes of her own. So if you're lazy like me, you get somebody else to do it for you.
Yeah,
And it turns out a lot neater.
maybe.
No, definitely.
Well, I mean, if you're spraying everything in the kitchen making stuff, just put it into the packet. I'd be horrified to see the cake at the end.
That's
Or
right.
we could just say it's a rustic look.
We would. Maybe that's where I'll go. I'll go that whole boho rustic
Yeah.
outdoorsy theme on all my products. But yeah, essentially, the Bakery bases are on all Australian 100% human grade product. We do have some of our pet owners, and you know who you are out there, and you're most probably watching Darcy's mum, who actually eat this cake themselves. They're on a low sugar diet, And because we use the natural beetroot, it actually gives it that sweet taste without having to add any sugars. I researched a 4-time cancer survivor, and the last time that I went through a treatment, I was very, very anemic. And I researched and found out that beetroot is really, really good for your hemoglobin count. It gets it all balanced. So I just put that concept into the cake. So not only are you giving a fun, healthy, tasting thing to your fur baby, it's actually really good for their blood supply. So what are you doing now?
Alright, well, it's done. So it's done whisking, mixing.
Would you like me to take the dirties?
No, that's fine.
Or are we going to lick them? We might get Edda when
Up
she's
to you.
not so shy. She might want to lick.
She may want to.
She might
I was just going to
want
show you
to.
the colour because it's very, very pretty. And then that's the consistency of the mix. So
No lumpy bits in
no
there.
lumpy bits, all nice and fluffy, which is what we want. Alright, so easy peasy. So first we're going to fill our cake tin. Actually, I need 2 seconds.
Oh, you forgot something. It's not just me, it happens too. So any of you wondering how the cake rises, we do use sodium bicarbonate. And I tangled with that thought for a very, very long time. I spoke to a lot of vets, a lot of chemists, a lot of chefs, and it came down to that sodium bicarbonate is quite safe and healthy because once it's actually baked, all the gases are released. So there is no fear of bloat. But always check and get your own advice.
Maybe a bit more.
You do it with such class.
Oh, thank you. I feel so flattered. Okay. Sweet. So then, bang it down a little bit.
I only discovered the other night that if you line the actual cake tin, I do it the old-fashioned way with butter, it actually ends up perfect. Amongst a few other things I discovered from Tiana on how to make cakes.
Yeah, it's practice. A lot of practice. But yeah, so then we just fill up our cake tin and then put this to the side because we'll put it in the oven in a minute. And then for your little patty cakes, just to stop lots and lots of mess.
Which is my middle name.
Yeah, it is my middle name too. One of these, it pre-measures, so it's really easy.
So the old-fashioned ice cream scoop.
Yep.
But a small version, not...
Small one.
In my day, they were huge.
I think this one I got from Big W. It's just a Wiltshire brand, but yeah.
Or I'm sure Kmart, and we know Kmart is everybody's favourite store in the world, has something very similar.
Similar. Probably has the...
For
big
about
one.
$1.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it's $1. I don't know.
If it is, it'll last maybe 6 months. Oh, it would be good for me to get it in the patty paper. wouldn't it?
It just did that because you said how good it was.
No, it's because I said that I'm messy and I had to prove that I'm a messy person.
So cupcakes are a fun way at birthday parties to serve a lot of dog the same cake. And as you can see, we've got one smaller but higher cake, and now Tiana's measuring out the cupcakes. And really, these size cupcakes, the little ones, are a great bite-sized snack for any dog at a party because these days, and some of the birthday parties that I've been invited to, have lots and lots of treats. So just like our two-legged children when they go to a birthday party, some of our fur babies actually get a bit overloaded by the time they leave a birthday party. So this is a really good way. Or if you're making them for your dog at home, it's great to make a whole batch up in one hit like this, and no matter what size dog you've got a nice small little cute treat to give them on special occasions. Now these cakes can be, correct me if I'm wrong, because I never tested the theory, I was just interested in making the cake, can be frozen and or put in the fridge.
Yes.
Now how long do they last in the fridge and the freezer?
I'd say a week in the fridge. Just, because it does have eggs in it. If you choose the vegan option, you're probably going to get longer. But because there's eggs, probably about a week. But in the freezer, I'd say a couple of months in an airtight container or bag. Up to you, whatever you want to do.
So that's great if you're trying to organise and you're working or you've just got a busy schedule. You can actually pre-make treats for your dog party, even up to a week ahead, and leaving it in the fridge. Or you can leave them in your freezer.
And then just pull
if
them
you're
out.
one of those really super organised people, unlike me, who plans dog parties several months ahead. My girl, who's not here at the moment, has never had a cake before. Has it said happy birthday to, but I'll just have to make that different this year and get you to make the cake for her.
Okay, I'll do
You
it.
can come sing too.
No, I don't sing, so it sounds like a cat dying. Legitimately. It's horrible. Alright, so these can go into the oven.
So while Tiana's doing that, because of the miracles of, science and just baking it, we actually pre-made some cake and baked it and some cupcakes. So miraculously, here it is.
Something I prepared earlier, our favourite saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I baked it, not you.
No, you baked it.
Yeah.
But can't I say we?
No.
Why?
Well, 'cause
Makes me feel that little bit better.
okay, fine. I guess you did make the mix, so.
Well, Tiana's taught me a lot because my cakes generally look like this, and I think that what you do is just bung the icing on top of that. So Tiana explained to me that's not exactly what you do.
No.
So she can tell you for anybody else out there who's actually like me. And we'll try and make that look nice
Yes.
and
we
can't
will.
achieve that.
But first we're going to make the icing for these because we want to get that made and then sit it in the fridge just to firm up a little bit. So we've got our two friends, yogurt.
And of course Chobani.
Chobani, my favourite, personally.
Seems to be a lot of dogs' favourites these days.
And peanut butter, so just 2 ingredients for the icing, which is super easy and readily available. Just if you are picking peanut butter, make sure that you pick one without
Xylitol.
xylitol. That's it. I
And
can
as
never
less
pronounce
sugar
it.
as possible.
And yeah.
But you
less
can
sugar,
essentially
salt.
mix anything, can't you, with Greek yogurt to make the icing?
Yeah. Anything you want. I think this one just seems to
Yeah.
be the fan favourite at the moment.
Yeah, it's the staple. It's a go-to peanut butter for everyone.
Peanut butter for
Try and
days.
stay away from the cream cheeses and things like that.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. Some dogs are fine, but not all the dogs at the birthday party might be okay with Philadelphia cheese as your base icing. So any form of, especially plain Greek yogurt, which is great, it gives your dog that added extra dophilus hit while they're having their treat. So for those who don't know how easy it is to mix the two together,
Oh, so easy. Alright. 1 cup of yogurt. Well, that looks a bit funky, doesn't it? So measure it out. Always smooth it off.
something else I don't do.
So you know exactly how much is in there. And then we can put that to the side. And then 1/4 cup of peanut butter.
So yeah, so now, besides the xylitol, make sure you check any sugar components in the peanut butter that you're using. Because we might have some dehydrated, very hypey dogs.
Yes. Not ideal. Not ideal.
Even though some dogs are just naturally hypey.
Oh, yeah.
Who you'll meet a little bit later, our taste tester, Murphy, the
Murphy.
rescue French bully, who's the life of Murphy on Instagram, so give him a follow, he's only a newbie. Very cute, very, very cute puppy Frenchie. He will be showing you how good these cupcakes are in a little while. I think he's too busy out there saying hello to my neighbours at the moment. If you're wondering actually where we are, you're actually in my own personal kitchen.
No, it's mine.
You can borrow it any time you want. Not that I get to spend much time in here because I'm down in the bathroom kitchen.
Yep. Alright, so you just mix these two together and then you get like a nice icing. I told you the bin man would come.
Yeah, excuse the garbage. It's recycling. I think that's who Murphy was actually barking at.
Yeah.
And of course he's going to take as long as possible
Yep.
to empty that bin. Normally he's got it, grabbed it and out in about 50 seconds flat.
Not today. He knew. So that's the consistency. So it's a nice thick sort of, kind of like frosting, like human frosting. Just
So when you first put it on, is it soft? Does it harden up in the fridge? Does it firm up?
it firms up slightly in the fridge. I mean, you can go straight onto a cake. I just prefer to let it sort of sit together for a little bit in the fridge just to cool back down.
So when it's after you've decorated it, which we will get there, does it go mushy or soft after it's been out of the fridge too long?
I wouldn't say it goes mushy. I'd say it holds
That's
its
my word.
mushy.
Not
yeah.
technical.
Not technical. No, it holds its shape really well. Obviously, you can't touch it. If you touch it, it's yogurt, so it's going to stick to a surface. So if you are transporting them, I suggest putting them into a container or something that you can carry. And
Is there anything that you can add to it, maybe, to make it firmer? Yogurt powder or anything like that?
I think you can. I mean, completely up to you. I mean,
Okay.
you can experiment if you like. I've kept it really, really simple for the pots.
I'm asking annoying questions.
You are asking annoying questions, but it's fine.
So she's just going to pop that in the fridge. And Madam Etta, when you're ready, you can come join me. You can come help me. No? I have Etta Stonehouse here, who's also sitting in the wings with my best friend, Annie Stonehouse, who used to be extraordinaire of Brisbane. She used to own the cupcake parlour. Here she is. We're going to be with a comic relief, Etta.
That's fine.
You'll warm up. She actually makes me breakfast in her dollhouse every day, don't you, Etta? And you just say, I'm cooking for Auntie Leah. Yeah. This is the bit I didn't know that you do.
So, just grab a knife and take off the first little lump.
No, you've got to
there.
stay there, Annie. Whether you like it or not, you're in it.
Do you want to eat it?
I'll taste it.
Yeah.
It is human grade. Oh. It's like, do you want a bit, Ed? You want to try it? No?
No?
Too shy? She'll get there.
Alright. Actually, I just realised. And then you're going to cut it downwards in half for the purposes of this demonstration.
That's if you want to put something in the middle.
Yes.
You don't have to, you can just ice it up.
Ice it on top. I'm just,
We just ice it. We would just ice it up so we can eat it, can't we, Emma? Yes, no?
It's really,
She'll get there.
it's not like that.
Nothing wrong.
Alright, and then
You
we're going
better
to put,
get used to it.
so kind of put the ugly side down,
Again, something I didn't know.
and then this one will become your flat one on top, so then it's super easy to ice. Also, it would be good if I took off the baking paper, which I have just seen still attached to the bottom.
But that'd be something I would do. I would
And
leave
everyone's
that on
going,
and then
"Why
ice it
can't
up
I
and
cut
then
through
wonder
the
what's in the
cake?"
cake.
Alright, so wash my hands.
Are you right? Hygiene. Especially now with the COVID, we've still got to adhere to all the COVID restrictions and make sure that we all keep safe.
I mean, we're all social distancing.
Am I a good assistant?
Oh yes, thank you. Alrighty.
I'll take that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Murphy's getting a bit antsy. I think he knows the cake's coming. I think he can smell. Pity we don't have smell live. Well, there is a name for that, smell-o-vision or something like that. You
Could
could
make a
actually
fragrance.
smell the cake baking.
Alright. So, piping bag. Bit of our icing.
And show you how to do this. Seeing as she used to make the best cupcakes and cakes
Well, now I
in
feel.
Brisbane.
I should make a cake for Daddy's birthday.
Did you make it?
What colour was it?
Now I'm worried.
It was pink. Well, you should have come and got one for me to make for Daddy.
What
Then
did
you could have
put
said
on
it's
it?
Honey Leah's cake. Now that would have been a birthday surprise. The assistant will do that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So we can do the little. Do you want to try doing the little?
Do you want to do a bit? No, we're not ready yet.
No.
Do you want to lick the spatula? No, we're not ready to do anything at the moment.
She's too shy.
Yeah, not normally, are you, Etta? You normally got a lot to say.
Okay. So, alright. I'm just gonna ice the cake. Lee, you can keep talking.
Oh, you want me to keep talking?
Yeah.
That'd be something unusual for me, wouldn't it? If
Oh,
I had to keep
totally.
talking. Most people that know me know I don't normally be quiet. But I have to bow today to your expertise, not my own. So you can see, I didn't even know that they had these twirly things that you can do. I'd be that awkward person in the kitchen, shifting it around.
I used to be that, and then I discovered one of these, and they are about $16 and worth every single cent.
And I'm sure Kmart sell them too.
They do in a brown. Oh no, it's a wood one.
There you go, a fancy one.
But make sure you test them before you buy. Don't just buy one, because some of the runners don't run too well, and I made that mistake. So don't make my mistake.
So you can add vegan colouring, even if you don't make the cake in the vegan option. If you did want your icing with a colour, you can add some vegan colouring in there, any colour you want. If you wanted to make it a bit fancier or brighter, if it's a girls or blue, if you're into that sort of.
You wanted to do a gender reveal party.
You could. That's actually, if anybody is interested, Floofy Patisserie will be doing gender reveal cakes.
Yep.
So if you're getting that new puppy, check them out, Floofy's Patisserie on Instagram and do you have Facebook?
Not yet. Very sorry, everyone.
So
It's
you'll
very
have to
disappointing.
jump over to Instagram or here's the card. There you go. In case you didn't understand what I was saying, because I do speak fast at times. Yes, gender reveal or for any occasion. And I'm sure if you smile sweetly enough, that Tiana can always do one for the pets and one for the humans.
Oh yeah.
If you didn't want to use Beet It.
I mean,
They could just tell you what flavour they wanted and you can do a 2-for-1 deal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's an idea, isn't it? People cakes.
Yeah. We got to have matchy. People wear the same t-shirts as their dogs.
They do.
So why not do cakes? So there you go. It's not that hard to smooth it up.
Nope. Just takes a little bit of just working the yogurt. But
She's one of those workers that doesn't talk while she's working.
no, I'm so sorry. I'm concentrating. What do you want to talk about,
I'm the
Leo?
total opposite. So we actually work really well. I'm very verbal.
I used to be very verbal, but I've worked in so many places where they just tell me to shut up all the time. So now I'm pretty quiet when I'm working.
Well, but you watch all those chef shows and they have a lot of adjectives.
Yeah, I have adjectives.
Especially like the Gordon Ramsays and all them of the world. There's lots of F-letter words being used. But Tiana obviously isn't like that.
I think it's because I've worked too many places where they're always telling
Okay,
you.
so you can keep working it to getting it,
Perfect.
absolutely perfect, depending on how anal you are.
Or you could just leave it super rustic, like
Yep.
this. Where
There's
it's just
nothing wrong with the bohemian, messy,
boho
sort of
style.
cash look.
Yeah, I'm all for the cash look.
And you would do the same with your cupcakes. If you want to put them on, you can put dollops on there. You can use the caking bag to do that, or you can do it or you can take the icing separately if that's how you want to make it. And what you could do is serve it and then put a dollop of the icing on the side. So the owner can actually make a choice if you're having an event so with the finger, whether they actually did want to give the icing to their pet. So you give them options. Then you can decorate them with lots of things. What we've brought up with us today is the Labakari Canine Crunch, which is all Yeehaw Queensland fruits. You've always got to support small business.
Definitely.
So we're using Canine Crunch. We've got some of our meat treats, and of course everybody loves sprinkles. Labakari sprinkles are just merely coconut and coloured with vegan dyes. Took me years. I was trying to figure out how to make non-sugary sprinkles out there, and then it dawned on me, what's my favourite thing? Coconut. 99% of Labakari products has coconut, so shredded coconut and just vegan diet, or you can buy it like me. Well, I make it, but yeah.
I'll buy it from you.
You can buy it from
Save
me.
me having to
That's
dehydrate
right.
anything, because
I don't mind doing that bit. So you can sprinkle them on, do that. You can even put different treats. You can use Labakari treats or your dog's favourite treat and do it. I did see one birthday cake that was pretty amazing. They used one of our very large, the clan, which is whole octopus. It was actually quite big. It reminded me of that caramel thing. I don't know the technical word for it.
Effect of,
you know how you get that? How you do that?
Whatever
they call that hard caramel crackle thing. I know
It's
when
not
I
a twirl, it's
got married many moons ago, we did that.
I'm trying to think of it.
I'll
But then we won't talk to
Coffee shop.
That's
coffee shards. That's
Shards.
it. Another expert. See, I surround myself with people who know what they're talking about, especially when I don't know. I'll say smush and all really
or mush. That's your
mush.
word.
Yes,
Mush
I'll
is
mush
your
it
word.
up. I'm highly technical, even though I am a certified pet nutritionist. But I don't think that's a necessary thing when you're a nutritionist that you have to. We have words for the products that we're recommending, not for smushing, chopping. I don't think we have those. So
I don't think so. I don't think you need.
I get a whole pass on that.
Good. I'll give it to you.
So Tiana's making a mess, which is great to see.
I know.
Because I think all kitchens you should make a mess.
You really shouldn't, but today we're making a mess. There we go.
So again, you can put on as much or as little. You can decorate the sides, the top of it, with any meal toppers. Or you can get real fancy, and if you really want to get out there and make pastry type icky things to put on there.
You can make your own biscuits.
Yeah.
Which you can shape into any shape you want. There's so
Who
many.
knows? Can you imagine us doing a biscuit making? We could do that.
We could do that. We could do anything.
Endless what we could do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the secret with Labakari products. The choices are up to you. Even though we give you the base, we don't leave it to guessing. We won't give you half a product or give you a complete product. You can add to it if you like and make it even better for your dog or cat. Don't forget Labakari is totally safe for dogs and cats, even if it says cat or dog on it. The other fur baby can have it, because we realise that both dogs and cats live in the same house, so you don't want anything deadly. The only Labakari product that I would watch with cats is our apple and cinnamon gelato, because some cats have a reaction to cinnamon, so always be careful with your cats with cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
And always double check, got to emphasise, even if you buy our cake mix or any other manufacturer's dog cake mix out there, always double check if you're going to use your own products, either with a nutritionist, a vet, just to make sure. Sometimes Google is not the best place to go for advice. It might be for the majority of the time, but there could be that one time that Dr. Google is not going to give you the right advice for your pet. So always, even with what you're seeing here and what we've done today, check with your vet or your healthcare professional, even though I am one. But that's my opinion, and I only ever give my opinion. I don't always say mine is the only opinion. So always check before you give your pet anything, because we wouldn't want any accidents. Now what we might do is get our little Murphy. I don't know if his mummy wants to bring him in. We'll just get our gorgeous little Murph.
Speaking of cookies, I may have pre-made some cookies. So
Funny
we
how
can-
that happens.
Funny how
The miracle of film. And this is live, so we must be really good.
I was really fast. You saw me running
It's
around
like the Flash.
Yeah,
You've got
I
the
was
Flash.
the Flash today.
Hello, my Murphy. Okay. Murphy's going to mug me.
There we go. And
Look,
Now let's just-
Murph.
I
So you
really
can
have
see
to
by just making your own biggies or maybe buying them. Look, you can see
There
Murphy
you go.
is just
drooling.
dying to get into that. I think he thinks it's a bit of all right.
Ultimate puppy approval right there.
That's right. And we all know that Frenchies can be fussy.
Yep. He's just gonna lick all the icing off.
And then, you know, I've already got dog slobber on me. He's
Mm.
going to give me a really big kiss after he does this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to end up. Then again, I think I might come second best to the cake right now.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see if he'll eat some of that cake.
Hmm. You want the
Ooh,
cake?
Want the cake?
Yeah.
They don't lick it. You gotta eat it. There we go.
There you go.
Nom, nom, nom.
So don't forget to give Murphy, it's for the love of Murphy, on Instagram, Floofy Patisserie, and of course Labakari. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. There are lots of events that we are involved in and lots of ideas
Take the
that
paper
you can do for yourself at home, or maybe get some guiding on where you can go to get what you're after for your next dog party or dog treat in general. So thanks for watching us.
Yeah.
We appreciate your
Enjoy.
time. We hope you enjoy.
I know
Murphy
someone's
certainly
enjoying. And we're making a mess.
did. That's right, what I'm known for. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit.
Just
yeah.
a little bit
There
more.
we go.
Oh, nom, nom, nom. Oh.
Okay, how did that look or sound?
It's still going.
What about these ones? Are they,
It's still going.
they're still white?
How are the cakes? Are we going to burn those ones?
Oh, I didn't even put a timer on.
Was that okay?
Is it still going?
Oh,